Hi everybody, Miss Bean here. I am out on a training, so I am going to virtually teach you today. Today we're going to be talking about natural selection. So to start off, go ahead and take out your notebook, open your notebook to page 92, and that's the page we're going to be using today, all class periods. So you may need to pause the video right now, take a few moments, and get yourselves ready. All right, so I want to recall or help you remember back to our Woolly Booger game. And we talked about this idea that certain individuals are better adapted for their environment, and they're the ones that survive. And that's what we're going to be focusing on in today's lesson. So we'll be talking about natural selection. And natural selection is the idea that organisms with better adaptation survive longer, they reproduce more, and so over time there are more individuals with those traits. So the picture on the slide is a really good representation of how this works. If you have a population of crows, for example, and you have some beetles, there's already natural variation in that population. There's some green beetles and there's some brown beetles. And over time, the green beetles are seen by the birds, so they're the ones that are eaten. And so they don't grow up, they don't have babies, they don't pass on that gene for green color. The red ones do. So over time, the red ones, they have more babies, and as we go generations to generations down the line, we see that there are more individuals with that red trait because there have been more of them around to breed. And this takes a long time. We're not talking about overnight. Unlike our Woolly Booger game, you can't just get up one day and decide to have the better adaptation. This is a slow change over many, many, many generations. So at the top of your paper, in the white space on your page 92, go ahead and write down this definition for natural selection. It's going to be really important during these videos that you understand what natural selection is. So pause the video right here and go ahead and write down that working definition. All right, now, and with the rest of your page 92, you're going to take it and divide it into 4 sections like I have laid out on the screen. You're going to write video 1, video 2, video 3, and video 4. And you're going to be watching 4 short videos today about scientists studying real natural selection. These videos are about different species, and you're going to be taking some notes in these boxes and answering questions. All right, your first video is called Natural Selection and Adaptation. And the questions that I'm going to have you answer at the end of every video are very, very similar. So go ahead and start thinking about these questions while you're watching the video. The first question is, how did natural selection impact this population? In all 4 videos, you're going to look at a specific population of animals or humans and see how natural selection has shaped that population. So keep that in mind. What traits were selected for? In this video, it's going to be a mice population, but what was the trait being selected for, and what provided the selection pressure? In the example earlier with the crows and the beetles didn't decide to become something different. The crows were putting pressure on the beetle population, and they were actually eliminating the green beetles, and thus the red beetles were the ones that were being selected for, and the green beetles were being selected against. So keep in mind that the selection pressure is an outside entity, it's not the species itself. Sorry, I failed to mention that all of these videos, the links for every single video is down in the description box below. So you're gonna wanna pause this video right now and go ahead and load video number 1. Watch that video all the way through, then come back to this slide so you can see the questions. And I'm going to give you a moment to pause the video and then come back. All right, welcome back. So go ahead now and take about 5 minutes to write down your answers to the questions on the screen. When you're done answering the questions, I want you to turn to the person next to you and discuss what answers you got. and make sure that what you think is being selected for is what they also think is being selected for. So make sure that you're getting similar answers. All right, so hopefully you had some time to answer those questions. This next video is called The Birth and Death of Genes. And again, same questions I want you to focus on. So go down to that description box below, click the link for video number 2, and watch that now. So pause my video, watch this next video. All right, welcome back. So go ahead now, take 5 minutes again, answer the same questions. It's a different situation, but same questions here. And then after you've answered the questions, turn to the person next to you and share your answers. All right, video number 3. You know the drill now. So go pause this video, watch that video, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, so this video was about natural selection in humans. So now you're going to answer these 3 questions again. Take 5 minutes, answer the questions on your own, then turn to the person next to you, share answers again, and hopefully at this point you're seeing some sort of patterns among all of these situations with natural selection. Last video, guys. So this one's called Evolving Switches, Evolving Bodies. And this one is about a very cool fish in the Great Lakes. So pause this video, watch that last video, and then you're going to answer your last questions. All right, so last set of questions. Again, what was natural selection doing to the population? What trait was selected for? And what provided that selection pressure? All right, so now that you've paused everywhere and taken some time to answer all of those questions, you should have page 92 full of answers to each of the 3 questions about each of the 4 videos. Now what I want you to do is take a sticky note. So I've left some sticky notes on my desk and have someone pass out sticky notes. Take one sticky note and I want you to write down anything that you think is a commonality, something that all 4 scenarios have in common with each other. So go ahead and once you get your sticky note, pause this video, take some time. You and the person next to you discuss what things you think each scenario had in common. And you're going to take this sticky note, and once you've finished, stick the sticky note to the front of your notebook. All right, guys, so that is it for today's lesson. Hopefully you got to see some pretty cool scenarios where natural selection is happening in the real world, not just on Woolly Booger Planet. I will see you all next week as a real life teacher, not a virtual teacher. Keep all of this in your notebook and make sure that you've completed your assignment for the day. Be awesome. I know you are, and I'll see you. Bye.